Bronny James played awful last night. I'm expecting that guy. I'm just like, awful coaching. For those of y'all who don't know, and I'm sorry I went straight through it, welcome. Now that I went through that, let's get to the gist of things here. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell. I left the chat open for anybody that wants to get involved. We're not doing subscriber-only chats today because I want everybody in here to hear this. Awful coaching who breaks down when someone is playing basically terrible basketball. He knows his stuff. That's one thing about the guy that you can't take away from him. He knows what he's talking about. And this is the last time you're going to see me in this hoodie. This hoodie done got small as hell. I done washed the hell out of it. Look at it. It didn't shrunk. I can't extend my arms, looking like a tank top. I'm about to cut myself out of it. I'm going to donate it to charity. So this is out. But going into this, we can see where this is headed. This has just been a headache after a headache of talentless people and who are basically not giving everything to the game that they should be at this stage in their career. You're 19, 20 years old. Effort should never be the question on anyone's mind from a 19, 20-year-old. 19, 20-year-olds shouldn't be talking about effort. Oh, yeah. Now, looking at this initially, I was saying to myself, I wasn't going to say anything. One video shouldn't be able to break down or tear down someone else's stature, no one else's position. It just shouldn't be that way. But the more you look at it, one video can expose something that's going on behind the scenes that you have never seen. That's a problem. Now, I've seen it and I've said it countless times. This game and this whole internet game now has gotten so out of control that they submerge the people down who they don't like and promote the people they do like, who's going to say the things that they like. And the people that are saying things against what they do, and the fans are still responding to them, and they're like, we're trying to block the fans from seeing these guys, and they're still getting it done. That lets you know that, hey, these guys are doing something right over here. Maybe we should put our focus on this side of the table and see where we go. See how fast we can increase this situation. So I support those who are being free and speaking the truth, because the truth is what we're missing. In the whole equation of everything in totality, the truth is what we're missing. Now, you see awful coaching here is breaking down Bronny James' game against the Warriors, and it is the most egregious thing I've ever seen in a 6-minute video.
Playing like this. He can be a good NBA player. Now, Jalen Hood-Schifino is going to be. Bronny James played awesome tonight. He can average double figures in the NBA if he keeps playing like this. He can.
Once I heard those words, I said, well, this can't be true. I said, they told awful coaching to drop his pants. Yeah, I think somebody's contacted him and made him make a video that was so egregious and so blind. From the jump ball, Bronny James was playing awful. Playing awful. From the jump ball, it was one of his most awful games. He played the most minutes he's ever played, which was 30-something minutes. So you had a full display of Bronny screwing up. The Warriors took advantage of Bronny James the entire time to increase the lead. Whoever had Bronny, they were taking advantage of him, sleeping on defense, lagging. Oh my God, it was the most telling of any preseason game Bronny James has ever played. This guy just focused on points. And I said, that's not normally what he does. So I'm somebody that watches him. I'm looking right at it and I'm saying, there's no way this guy's moving in this way. Doesn't make sense. So when something doesn't make sense, you look and you start questioning yourself, like, what's going on here? This is not how it goes. Something's wrong here. And when he said that, it was like something in my chest was like, he played well tonight. And as I'm listening to the video, I'm like, oh, they got to him. 100%. I'm just like, they got to him. They lost by 58 points, damn near 60. But Bronny James played well. When the majority of his points came when they were down by 20. I don't 20 or more. No impact on the game defensively, no impact, period, in the game. I'm not saying everything that he did was wrong. He just did a lot more wrong than he ever did right in this game. And if you were scouting NBA players and watching this game to determine who are you going to take, you would take Quincy. You wouldn't even think about Bronny. And for awful coaching, who knows this game, he knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff when he's breaking down the game. For him to take that position was alarming to me. That was awful. In his comment section, I told him, I said, this makes me want to throw up. This literally made me want to throw up. No, he did a 180. He did a complete 180, and it was purposely done. Awful coaching made a very awful decision. Yeah, he idolized a lot of players in the league, but he works hard to be in the position he is. Bronny James don't give me the impression of somebody that works really hard, that's watching film, that's trying to get better. Because the mistakes he was making that night was very noticeable. Very noticeable. And for him, you would have to purposely not see it to say something that egregious. Angry old fans know.
Innocent inside.
And he saw it right away, and he made a video called Part 1, meaning that he got another one coming called Awful Capping. He saw the same thing I saw, and he said this is just Part 1. Because I'm like, it's 35 minutes of Bronny James on the floor. And in 35 minutes, you just saw LeBron James Jr. playing great, and I didn't see that at all. So either something's wrong with me, and I just broke down the game. So I'm like, I broke the game down, and I'm like, either something wrong with me, or me and Alpha Coaching just saw way two different games that took place. He said Bronny James could be a very good player in the NBA if he continues to play like he did tonight. I said if he played like he did tonight, he would be on a bus going to play for the Chugamaga Chugalos. And they're 3-on-3. Listen to what all angry Hoops fans had.
Bronny James played awesome tonight. This is just amazing defense right here. This is just amazing defense. Defensively, this is just all effort. We're guarding with urgency. We're guarding with urgency. This is just amazing defense. This is just amazing defense. This is just amazing defense. Bronny James can be a very good NBA player if he keeps doing this stuff. Guarding with urgency. All effort right here. Bronny James can be a very good NBA player if he keeps doing this. Defensively again, guarding with urgency.
Innocent inside.
Offensively, Bronny's always a threat here. This is awesome basketball. This is great. Bronny James offensively is just doing everything right. This is awesome basketball. This is great. This is elite basketball. Elite basketball.
Now, just from those lowlights, that's Mao. He told me his is just part 1. And I watched the Warriors game like, this is bad. Bad. All the way around, bad. Apple Maps, bad. And when you're watching this, you want to cringe. You want to throw up. I couldn't believe awful coaching would actually do that. But another one bites the dust. He ain't the first and he ain't the last. It is egregious. Egregious. Oh my God. No, Bronny James ever being on that level again, that's just part one. What he showed you was part one of a second part. Don't forget to follow Angry Hoop Fans. Now, this goes to show you how one video can take all, you can make 1,000 of videos, 20,000. That one video you make that show that you've been compromised, no one's gonna unforget it. You can't unforget it. I haven't, he said, I'm from Europe. I haven't went on there and seen it. But when you lose by 60 something points, I don't think Darvin Ham has had a team in preseason or regular season that lost by that many points. Oh, yeah, they always gonna say that. But it's like the saying goes, it's never in a day. You saw how Bronny James looked. Come on. If Bronny played well, I'm going to tell you he played well. I have no problem in telling you Bronny James played well. I want him to be great, but I'm not going to sit there and say he's great and he's playing outstanding when he's not. Now I'm lying. He said, awful coaching gave this type of critique in the preseason when Bronny scored double digits. It's not Darvin Ham's fault, JJ, and the Fakers lost by 58. It's not Frank Vogel's fault they lost by 58. And it sure hell isn't Westbrook's fault they lost by 58. You ain't lying. How do you lose by 58 points? That's saying the talent we got on the court is 58 points worse than the talent that the Golden State Warriors got on the court. And Steph Curry ain't even out there. The majority of their starters ain't out there. I think Draymond was there running the offense, but it shows you the difference. And I told you what the difference was. Preparation. One team is practicing, running plays. Another team is doing shoot-arounds. And not all the players are there when they actually do have the practices. That don't happen there. You never had a player go to a team and go to the media and complain like, well, you know, we don't practice over here. Isaiah Thomas had to tell y'all like, hey, man, we don't practice. I ain't never seen this before, but we ain't practicing. So they got him off the team quick, fast, in a hurry. They got rid of him and D Wade. They cleared the whole table. He said they still don't understand. I know. So what awful coaching is finna do, he finna break all this down because he's sick of the capping. Because it went on and on. He called it awful capping. No, because what you do is you're enabling Bronny. You enabling him. And as y'all can see, I got my video back. The Kamala Harris video that they took down 4 days ago, they brought it back. I told you I was going, that Patreon video I did was finna cause up dust. They didn't want no smoke from Carcino getting this close to the election. No way. Now, after the election, they'll come for my ass. But right now, they didn't want no smoke with your boy Cino. None. I'm like, how y'all gonna give me an approval, then turn around and say, oh, we find your thing guilty? I said, guilty? You violated this act. Like, violated? How? They couldn't even explain it. But I knew exactly what it was. Her little interns or the people on her staff, they were not happy with the, I wouldn't say they weren't happy. They were not sure of how that was going to go with me. And the Bronny James things is taking a lot of attention away from that election. And that's cool because that's what they want. Don't focus on the election. No, because when I say people didn't want to do something, I'm basing it on that fact. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm basing it off of Bronny James' actual game, his gameplay. That's it. That's all. Just his gameplay. No. If they would have played like Bronny James, most of these players would be out of the league. Out of the league. If they were playing like Bronny James, they would have been absorbed out of the league a long time ago. They would have got those guys out of the league. They don't let guys like that hang around. They see what's there and say, oh, no. So it's like everybody knows what this is, but they're afraid to speak on it because it's going to damage them with relationships in the league. And that's the part of the agenda we have to discourage people from and get people out of. And you're starting to see it now more than ever. You're like, wait a minute. I'm starting to see something here. Something ain't sitting right with what's going on. I'm seeing these guys do the same thing. Content creators. Remember what's his name? RG the Breakthrough or whatever? He started coming through doing basketball takes, and he was all on my videos in the comment sections. And then all of a sudden, then he thinks he's the one that could tell me what's what. Then started stealing from me. And I'm like, okay, you want to steal my titles. You want to take everything I got. It's like, okay, I'm turning into Eddie Kane. Think I don't see you trying to steal my riffs. You trying to be me. Got me out here like Eddie Kane. No. So, and it's a lot of these butt kissers out here now. That FYF Sports, another ass kisser. Where he did, come over here first, right? Come over here, trying to talk and start something in our chat. Then he got roasted by the chat because he don't know a damn thing. He's a fanboy. And what does he do? Another one of those tech guys who sit up there and play video games in 2K all day and then think they know everything about the game because they fanboys over players. And he's a fanboy of LeBron because he believes the media hype. And mama buys him all this equipment for his gaming and all his tech stuff. Next thing you know, he kisses enough ass, and who do you find? A lame like Gilbert Arenas. Oh, I'm going to hire you on my page. Ha ha. Carcino don't like you good. I like everybody on my side. I'm going to make them mad by hiring you. I'm like, you just make yourself look stupid. Gilbert Arenas says something dumb, and when he gets in trouble, he says, oh, it ain't me. That was FYF Sports. I pay him to run my page. He put out that apology, not me. I would never apologize, but you did. Said Gilbert Arenas on there. So you apologize. But we're teaching people a bad precedence by doing that. It's saying, hey, all you got to do is kiss some ass and you're going to be okay. It's a bad precedence we're setting. It's a very bad precedence we're setting. We're telling people it's okay, people, to go ahead and take the shortcut, kiss ass. That's how you get to the top. And that's a bad precedence because once you do that, you just set yourself up to look like a lame. No one will ever respect you because you can't respect people that kiss your ass. Just don't work. You can't respect people that kiss your ass. It just don't work. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to tell you like this. You think they were going to sign Quincy? Nope. They had no intentions of signing Quincy. The only reason they signed Quincy was because of the fan pressure of watching what was happening with Quincy and watching how everybody else responded to it. They had no intentions of signing that dude again. He was going to go to the G League anyway. He's on the exhibition deal. But he was playing so well, and the fact that he's friends with Bronny James, that a lot of people were going to say, hey, you know, this guy here. And once Kwame Brown started really bringing this to the prominence, like, hey, this guy here is playing well. Why they ain't talking about him? It got a lot of eyes on attention. It's just like the Diddy situation. They looking for anybody that's gonna say something crazy about Diddy. If you say something crazy or negative about Diddy, you in the house. You are in the house, my friend. They don't care. Say something negative about Diddy. Oh, that's all they need to see. Mitchell and Ness is selling Gilbert jerseys. Yeah. Because he's the guy that scored 60 on Kobe. That's his claim to fame. Outside of the fact he brought a gun in the locker room. See, when he brought a gun in the locker room, that was his narrative of what he was known as, the guy who brought a gun in the locker room. Then all of it changed, right? No. I'm trying to figure out how awful coaching makes such an awful take. and decision when the game is staring you right in the face from the jump ball. I'm like, from the jump ball, you can see what everything is. You know, like there is no in between here. You know what this is. Right. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what it is. Right. It's no like, well, I don't know. We got to figure this out. Ain't nothing to figure out. You know what this is already. You know basketball. All you got to do is look at what's happening. And you say to yourself, okay, I looked at everything that's happening here, and what I'm seeing here is not passing the smell test about what they're saying about Bronny James. So you're going to put out a video that's going to get probably 500,000 views worldwide. Everybody's going to see the video and come to the realization that they're going to believe, oh my God, Bronny James is this bad or this good. No. They're going to come to the realization that you're a nutcase. Because nothing indicates that except for basketball itself, the game itself. And if you're about the game, you already know. If you're a purist like we are, we look for who could play the game and who couldn't. What was wrong with pointing out people that actually could play the game? When we saw Charles Barkley play, Charles Barkley was incredible. He jumped off of the screen the way Charles could play the game. Nobody played like Charles. Karl Malone, nobody played like Karl. We knew these guys could play the game. And we knew they were superstars. Barkley was 6'4" and couldn't palm the basketball. Big as a truck, and they're like, this guy's fat. That's because other people don't make it their priority to want to get involved and do anything. As I told you, nobody wants to do anything that's going to require effort. The bare minimum, boys. We're in a bare minimum era. People want to barely do anything. You ask them to do something, it's like, oh God, I knew you was gonna ask me for something. Yeah. So when you see people and they barely want to do the things that they are required to do, right? When we break down Bronny James, it's mostly about effort. If you've seen Bronny on the court, you've seen Bronny James is not giving the effort. He's not giving the effort that would detail anything of this guy really wants to play or he's playing hard. He's not showing that. He's not exhibiting any of those things. So when you see him, it's like, okay, he's not really exhibiting to me any type of, wherewithal that he's really trying to, like, I'm finna prove myself. Now, they talked all this stuff about Austin Rivers. You here because of your daddy. You ain't this. Austin Rivers was the best high school player, one of the top in the country with Anthony Davis. Those three was the most touted high school players, right? Right. Then when he went to college, did he suck in college? Absolutely not. He was one of the best players in college. Next to who? Him, Anthony Davis. He never, and I repeat, never was on a plateau of people question, was he a great player or a decent enough player to be in the NBA? And he was there because of his father when he got into the league. His game was speaking for him. At some point, your game got to speak for you. Nobody here hates Bronny James. We want him to do well. That's why we say the things that we say, because we want him to do well. Man, nobody sits there and talks about, nobody sit around and talk about other people like that unless they truly mean well. At least I hope they do. You really think so? You really think that there's hate towards Bronny James and everybody's just out to hate Bronny James? That's what everybody's purpose is, they don't like Bronny James, so this is what it is? I don't see that. I really don't. And I think it's really weak that he don't speak to the media, and he comes out and speaks to the media once he's doing well. Now it's okay for him to speak to the media. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. You weren't talking to the media then. Uh-oh, they doing some technical difficulties here. What's happening? The page. Wow, I have 3 other casinos here under my screen. I'm like, how are they doing that? Why is there 3 other casinos there? It doesn't even make sense. See what we talk about sabotage? You see? This is why we do this. Y'all don't think it's necessary. For the sins of the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh my goodness. Bronny James. You're doing that. You're guarding the guy now. Let's get to the so Bronny James is playing against other players who basically most of them are probably not going to be on the team, or they're going to be in the G League or cut, and they just out there to showcase what they can do. And that's pretty much it. So everybody's like playing for a spot. So he's not going against like basketball talent. We've seen what happened when he went up against like guys who actually play in the league. He gets 2 points, if that. Now, watching Bronny James, like I tell you, I don't care about the scoring. I don't. I don't care about the points, how many points you play. I care about how you play. That's the facts. The person who scores the most points don't mean they had an outstanding game. Okay? But let's go through and let's see what all the things that he was doing correctly tonight. So that was a good play to start the game by the Los Angeles Lakers. Don't forget to follow HD channel, y'all. Welcome to HDII TV. He showed up in here. And I don't think I've seen his WNBA takes. I was really pissed at how they officiated the Minnesota Lynx and how they did them. Oh, man. I was like, man, I wonder if anybody else saw what I saw that night. Man. He said the Carcino 2 and Carcino 3 are working together with Clutch to stop the real Carcino. Yeah, I see. He said, yeah, I did. I cooked on it last night on a 10-hour live. Damn! 10 hours, y'all. HD gonna give it to you. 10 hours strong. Now, I was so mad about my parlay last night. It's my fault because I hate the Chiefs. And I just know that team, that has to stop. If I got to go to Kansas City myself to go to the damn stadium, oh, yeah, because naturally that's all they care about. Because at the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, as they all say, that's all people going to focus on. They don't care about anything other than they don't care about the game like we do. They're not going to be honest and tell you what really happened here from the onset. Draymond needed to be out there, and I don't consider Draymond a real superstar, but he's a very valuable piece to the team. Very valuable, extremely valuable. Now, Draymond's another coach. Take a look at this. Now, you see how Q do? Right away, he's guarding a guy 94 feet. You know, and that's, to me, is very essential when you're doing that. You're guarding a guy 94 feet. I find that to be quite interesting, quite engaging when you got a guy that's stepping up 94 feet all the way through, right? Now, look at the drive. Look at the pickup. Look at this spacing. Right? Bronny didn't do anything really in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, here he comes. Good shot. He had a good release. It's like a free throw shot. His first three-pointer made in the preseason. Bronny James hits it. Look, it's so unusual for him. He don't even know how to celebrate it. But he's getting back on defense. He's staying with GP the second as the Warriors are bringing the ball up, right? Here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Good pressure. He stops, feels the guy on his body, slows it down. Here it is again. Boom. draws the defense in. Bronny has a wide open shot. He pump fakes. This guy flies by.
Flew by.
Bronny gets good space. Now you got to pull up and hit this shot. He does a running one-hand floater. Bang. Gets the ball to go in. Hooray, Bronny James. Right? Because that's what's important. It's all about Bronny James. Now, here's another move right here. Oh, great step through by Jackson Hayes here. As the drive is coming through, the ball goes all the way over. They skipping it to a wide open Bronny James. He pump fakes, drives to the basket, stops,
And pull up.
Jump shot. Nice shot. That's a very nice shot by Bronny James.
Pull up.
A good decision.
Pull up.
I still would have liked him to drive that ball in, but hey, stop, pull up, jump shot. That's cool. Now, here it is again. They dropping the ball off. Good hands. Got a hand on the ball. Good defense by the Lakers. Bronny gets it. Goes behind the back. Lost control of the ball, but hey, he got by the guy. He gets it. Gets control again. Here comes Bronny James. Boom. He's not going to pass it. He's going to go all the way. Left hand layup off the glass. He's happy to get that. Bronny's happy he's getting some points. So he won't be getting bashed on social media. But Bronny James is happy. He's got a breakthrough layup. It's the Bronny James Show.
Starring Bronny James.
So Bronny James' confidence is basically connected to how many shots he has that's going in. So here we go. Screen is set there. They about to drop it off. Oh, nope, it's good defense. Think that was Cam Reddish. All of a sudden, the ball is tipped. Here comes Q. That's Bronny's best friend. I told y'all about yesterday that Q is like his best friend.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, he's dribbling. Lob is up. Boom. To Bronny James. They work out together, these two.
Yep, he works
are getting along greatly.
Works without Bronny. But
now,
what it is.
Here it is. Bronny James swings the ball over. Makes a move. He's cutting through without any aggression. Oh, now he's fine. He sees a lane. He's got it. Instead of going up to dunk, he finishes on the other side with a layup. There's nobody underneath. Good move by Bronny James. Off the pick and roll to the basket. Now, they swinging the ball again. Now watch this. The Warriors are looking for somebody to make a move, right? Now you got to remember, none of these guys really play with each other. But it's way to stay tight. Boom. The pass is dropped, stolen.
Now,
and here it comes. Bronny James with the steal. Way to stay tight right there. It's a good play to stay tight. Now he's dribbling, trying to decide what he's going to do. He's got to let Castleton cut through. Yep, there it is. Now it's there. He should have pulled up. But he draws himself into the defense and just kicks it out. Bad decision by Bronny there. He's supposed to pull up for a mid-range jump shot right here. He has the opportunity. Castleton went through. So it's either you pull up for a jump shot there or you swing it and move it. He's going to have to get over that. But I'm talking.
Bronny James came alive.
Yeah, look at him. He came
Bronny
alive.
James came alive. And for the first time in preseason, since the first game, Bronny James spoke to the media. Didn't I tell you? People be thinking I'll be lying and capping. I told you he has full autonomy on when he wants to talk to the media.
Yep.
When do you see that happen? Now, because
right. Remember Kawhi Leonard, right? Kawhi. Oh, he avoiding the media. Why he ain't talking to the media? How come Kawhi don't have to talk and everybody else do? Well, Bronny James don't have to talk. Y'all don't care nothing about that.
He got 17 points. He want to take his ass to the podium. I've been like, why haven't you spoken before? Why don't you just speak now? Because you just got 17 points? I don't respect that. That's a lack of confidence. That's some of your daddy shit. That daddy DNA is showing up, buddy.
Yep.
That cowardness. And that's something that you can't let dominate you in the way you perform and the way you move in this game. You cannot be controlled by the influence of how the shots are going in. Oh, I had a good game. You got to take the bitter with the sweet. Right. You can't have it your way. Oh, yeah, I got a Patreon story for y'all, too, about Michael Jordan and his cell phone. The Michael Jordan cell phone story, I will definitely tell you that story.
I forgot to tell y'all that.
It's hilarious.
I'm going to put it on the Patreon.
But I do that on on the Patreon. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the news, people. Bronny James and the Lakers played like complete shit. Let me tell you right now, that team played awful yesterday. The Lakers played awful.
See?
And that's what they're not telling you. Quincy.
And that's what awful coaching didn't tell you. He came out and just glazed Bronny James. That's what he didn't tell you.
He had a good showcase game because they really just went out there and tried to play. While the Golden State Warriors showed you, they are trained. They have practiced. This team knows the sets. They know where they're supposed to be. This is a real organized basketball team. The Lakers are a bunch of guys who are running a five. That's thrown out on the court to run a five. That's it. Ain't nothing special about them. They are thrown together to just play together in one big group and say, hey, go on out there and make something happen, guys.
Well, we got Mr. Guy who minds the game, JJ Racist, out there on the court telling us what's what. Ain't that right, JJ Racist?
Oh, my goodness. Do you realize what took place last night? What took place last night was a was a sight to see. The Los Angeles Lakers played like crap last night. So how could Bronny James be great? How could he be great when the team played like shit? They played awful as a team. Awful. And is it because they played better competition?
No, you played against a team that was better prepared. They were better prepared as a team to play when these guys don't really even play with each other because these guys practice a lot more than you practice. That's what happened last night was about. That was about guys who practiced more than the other guys they played against. The guys you played against, they really didn't practice a lot. They did a lot of shoot around, but not a lot of practice. And that falls on coaching. JJ Redneck, that means you.
Exactly. That statement right there. That's why they lost. They lost because the other team was more prepared for a basketball game. They had a game plan. Attack Bronny James. Who's the weakest link on this team? The guy with the milk behind his ears? I'm sorry, the organic milk behind his ears? Bronny James? Yeah, him. That's the guy we got to get to. We gonna take advantage of his lack of knowledge of playing the game. We gonna pick on him. Oh, yeah. Besides, what's the point? Make sure you hit the like button, good people. Yeah, well, that's what happens in this game. Mm-hmm. I think Ticket is I don't know. Ticket doing his own thing with this Diddy thing. He's in Diddy verse right now.
Fake Laker fans had all the smoke for Westbrook, but none for Bronny. Exactly. But the thing is that Russ was a veteran playing bad and trying to figure it out in this system because he didn't have the ball, which he normally gets up and down the court. He's a smaller version of LeBron James. So Russ just needed the ball, but they never tell you that Russ played tremendously better in the second half of the season.
They never mention that.
They never do. Now, they can tell you whatever pretty story come to their head, just long at the end of it, they tell you the truth.
Exactly.
The game was awful. They played an awful game. And if anybody watched that, that was disgusting to watch. They never was in the game.
Never was in it.
From the jump. And this is what you got to look forward to. It ain't about did Bronny James play good. It's about did the Lakers play good. And this is why we do these videos, to break down your illusions.
Yep.
Bronny James scored some points. That's what I just told you. Bronny James had a huge scoring game against the Warriors. For him, yes. 17 points on 17 shots. But his overall game, he sucked. Just like the rest of the team. Nobody's bigger than the team. The team. The team. The team. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And when you see these things happen on the basketball court, and you see the coordination, and you see what's actually happening on the court, you start saying to yourself, wow, okay, I see what Cino's talking about now. I get it.
Well, we hope y'all get it.
Most of these people don't get it. That's the problem. And when they don't get it, these scenarios happen all the time. They present themselves, they show up, and the people do nothing about it. 100%.
100%, nothing about it.
Not some of the times, not part of the times, the majority of all the time. They don't do anything about it. It was like, man, don't be jumping on Bronny. You hating on Bronny. Nope, nobody's hating on Bronny. We telling you the truth.
The truth, and nothing but the truth. The breakdown of basketball games.
Right. Now, we just had this conversation yesterday. When Bronny scores some points, they're going to be like, man, Bronny, the best thing since sliced bread.
Yep.
Take the bitter with the sweet, the good with the bad, the cute with the ugly, any way you want to put it.
And the sugar with the shit.
He said USC is my team and Bronny didn't want to leave. And that's BS. Bronny wanted to get the hell up out of there. Why? When you could come here and get on these sponsorships and play with your daddy and be on the Lakers, you rather stay in USC where these other dudes gonna be coming in the league embarrassing your ass? Nah, I don't think so, bro. Go over here where they'll magnet ball you. They're gonna give you a magnet ball, they're gonna carry you along, get you some points. They ain't gonna make you look too bad. Now, Quincy Avaleri is on there. Now I'm trying to figure out what was they playing here and trying to run at people. But look at Golden State, swinging the ball back and forth. The Lakers don't know who to guard, and he fumbles the ball, but he still recovers. Now they're in a drop coverage almost. Now it looks like a man almost instead of a drop coverage. Okay, now here we go. We got a post up there. Oh, boom, hard dribble, drop, hit the cutter. Bronny James, is that you? Getting beat by the cutter for their first basket of the game. Bronny James get beat by a cutter to the ring. How you let that happen, Bronny? But that's all right. It's just one play. We ain't finna dump on the kid, right? But nobody notices that. So we just ignore it and we just keep it going. Oh, yeah. Why do we only hate on black players? Well, you name us some white players we should be hating on. I mean, it's like 80% African American. What do you want me to do? Good defense, better offense. That was terrible defense by Bronny James. He fell asleep and got beat by a cutter, and you're like 20 years old. That's unacceptable. All right. Here we go. We're coming back down the court. The Warriors got the ball. They're dribbling. Now, as they're running this play, you can see right now the Lakers are trying to get back. Look at this. Bronny James trotting down the court. Look, he's just trotting.
They can name that boy.
No real defensive presence whatsoever. He's acting like he just walked on a basketball court. He's not even like alert. He's like no bouncing with no urgency. Look, it's just all lethargic. And then here's a move being made. Boom, there's Dre. Oh, pumps in. Because what? Bronny James, since he's lollygagging, don't know who to guard, who to pick up, what's going on. He just grabs this guy because he's cutting and left a wide open shooter with Wiggins. Look, okay, yeah. Damn. How about being aggressive, son? You're learning basketball at a fast-paced speed. See, I'm telling y'all, this is what actually happened, people. You're looking at what's good basketball versus bad basketball.
True story.
Absolutely. Oh, they finna start complaining and hating. Here come the spammers. We gotta spam this. He's dumping on Bronny. No. This is basic basketball IQ. You gotta be alert. You gotta be aggressive. Bronny out there like, oh, okay. I guess I'll run today. Oh, trot. Oh, let me help out. Oh, no, that's my guy. No communication. No, hey, cut. Hey, you. Hey, get there, hey. Because he knows he's already made the team. He's already signed. So he ain't really playing for nothing. He's playing to make sure he puts some points up. He's going to start tonight. He's playing 35 minutes. You played Bronny James 35 minutes, okay? So congratulations, you played this man 35 minutes. And you got him out here looking crazy right now. And then I tell you they was coming with the spam job. That's exactly what they did. Hit the like button up. Subscribe to the page if you're new here. Hit that notification bell. You see how they coming already? Super chat work. Cash App work. Cash App is Carcino. We're going to keep the pressure on them.
That's how you got to do it.
We got to. This is why they come in and do what they do. Sabotage. That's what they do. Sabotage. Sabotage and sabotage. So we already know their game.
I know the game is over in the lane. You hold him a flame in the spot for my name. Just like Gibbons spitting on Tyson. But she got lucky because he was a nice one. But I ain't.
Was 17 enough, Mac Missile?
If it ain't X, I don't pay that. You think you're in because
17 was enough for you. If I allow 45. points and I score 17. That's enough for you, though. Okay. All right, at least we know what you in it for. You ain't in it for wins and losses. You in it for just Bronny to look good. Okay. You think he looked good? That's all good. So right there, Bronny has already costed the team. Hopefully Wiggins could get back to being himself or have some backbone. Shake some of that Canadian out of him. Now, Dre sets up. Now, watch this. Here's a drive, right? Let's see who reacts. He jumps, hits the guy right there. Why? Because Bronny James is asleep. Bronny James, you asleep. That's your guy. They're going right at Bronny James. Every time they're attacking Bronny James. Why were you just standing there and your guy that you're guarding is continuing forward?
Yep.
Bronny James, once again. Y'all looking right at it. I got egg on my face? No, I think Bronny got egg on his face. You watching this team, y'all lost by like what, 67 points? Dude, how do I got egg on my face and you lost? What was the score? 132 to 74. How is that even possible? Dude, do you want to know that the score is 132 to 74 and you want some praise? Are you kidding me? 132 points to 74. By the backups. These guys was playing for a look. Like, hey, we're going to play. This team is not practicing enough. You need to be asking, why is my team looking so bad? Like, what's going on here? I don't understand this. This is what you need to be asking yourself. These are the questions you need to be saying to one another. Like, why is this happening? This ain't making sense. I got egg on my face, and you seeing the game just start, and they going right after Bronny James. And defensively, he is horrible out here on this court. They are going right at him. I kid you not. Now, here it is again. There's a swing out. Scafano gets the ball. Now, what is he going to do here? He's looking. Boom. Hits my guy, Quincy. Quincy pulls up. Good rotation on the ball. Good spin. Splash. Now, why am I talking about Quincy, number 41? You see what he does when he scores? Look what he does.
Look what he does, y'all.
He gets up immediately and starts defending. You see what he does? He makes a basketball move. You see what he's doing? That's a basketball move. He's not trotting back.
He's
defending two guys by himself. That's a basketball move. That's the guy you should be talking about. He's playing both ends of the court. This guy almost got in the way because he ran the wrong way because they don't play together. Q gets the ball, sees the lane to drive. He takes the angle. There it is. He got it all the way. He's like, I can finish this. I got the angle. High off the glass, drop in, perfect shot. They give him the M1-2 because why? He's Bronny's friend. But he also is a hardworking player, and he earns it. Yeah, he's a hard hooper. It's just that he's small, but he's a good defensive guy. He's going to be good for somebody's team. Now, here it is. Being in a drop coverage, guys are not communicating because they're not used to being on the floor with each other. The Lakers are lost. This is where JJ Redneck comes into play right here. This is all on him. Not knowing how to have his team prepared. Wiggins drops the ball off because they're patient. And here come the love child. There you go. Love child, baby. Davis, Jackson, Davis, whatever the hell his name is. Love child. And boy, if anybody was on the Patreon, I did the love child story on the Patreon. And boy, oh boy, mouths was wide open. They never thought they was going to see Michael Jordan's love child. They knew nothing about it. They're like, mouths is wide open. Keep telling you, you go to the Patreon, you're going to find some stuff out you didn't want to know. That's what we do. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. His mama, she was sleeping with so many dudes. She was like, I don't know if it's Jackson or Davis. So you're going to have both of their last names. Love child. Love child. What's with the love child? Well, that kid that was born, you know, his baby mom had the affair with Michael Jordan. And she thought it was Michael Jordan's baby, and Jordan thought it was his baby too, until the DNA test proved that it wasn't. It belonged to Dale Davis from the Indiana Pacers. He was the one that got caught with it. Everybody didn't hit it. His mama was a thought. She done slept with down near half the Pacers, the referee, Hugh Hollins, and Michael Jordan. So actually the referee hooked up Michael Jordan with the chick. Like, hey, I got this chick, man. She good to go. It was the ref. Even the referee was hitting his mama. And out comes this baby, Davis Jackson. And there he is on the Golden State Warriors. Love child. Love child. Davis Jackson Davis. Oh, man. Love child. He got so much DNA in him. He got a little Dale Davis, a little Jordan. He got a little referee in him. He got some of everybody in him. That's love child. There's a cross back over. Another cross. They pull up. They finna swing it. Now, Right now, it's only 20-12, right? Draymond gets the ball. They go in deep. Why? Because they got a smaller guy on him. He can't guard Love Child. Down low. Boom. Love Child.
Take advantage of your mismatches.
Good move on the inside. Posting up the smaller guy. There you go. Look at Love Child. Love Child, baby. Love Child. Love Child don't know who he belong to. I don't know who I belong to. Well, Dale got him in the league. Look at Love Child. Yeah. Love Child. Look at Dre. All right, Love Child. Man, I don't care, man. You got championship DNA. You got some Michael Jordan in you, probably like 5%. Love Child. She was official. She was a whistleblower. Right. So if you on the Patreon, you already know what's up. Love Child. But yeah, I had broke this game down. Absolutely. I had broke this game down, so there's nothing to discuss here further. But awful coaching. You did an awful job. In one video, you could lose your whole credibility. So you need to watch how you're doing things on YouTube, because right now you're rolling and all this, but making propaganda videos just to appease a certain group to try to say, hey, I'm not, and don't tell the people the truth. The moment they see that one time, you lose all your credibility, buddy. And you have been compromised. And right now, you're looking compromised. You know, remember What's the Dirt? He made one mistake. And he started catering to Drake and academics and all these people. And I said, oh, buddy, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You're going to go down the wrong path. You don't want to do it. You don't need these people. These people need you. They want to eat off you. Don't let it happen. Don't become one of them. But they go down this road and they start listening to the wrong people. And the wrong people do what? Lead you down the primrose path. Now, here's what's in store today. Now, remember I told you we're going to talk business on the Patreon today. So for you guys who wanted to know some business information, as this guy tried to tell me about LLCs yesterday, instead of listening, he wanted to be the teacher. How many times did we see that in class? I know everything about it. I said, all right. It turned out he didn't know a quarter of a half of what I was talking about. He knows just basic things. And the reason you don't know it, because they're not going to waste their time to teach it to you. There's people that are paying $3,000, $4,000 seminars to tell you what you can learn for $25. And that $25 is for the month. They want you to pay just for nothing. So it's like, okay, cool. That's what we doing? All right. Mm-hmm. No, Hogwarts, buddy. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, the Dreamers Pro, everybody who telling up that real basketball. Shouts out to Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. Follow him. And I'll see y'all on the Patreon.